Modern music software makes it incredibly easy to start a track, but finishing it for commercial release is a completely different story. Producers call this phase the final 10%. It's a disjointed, highly technical obstacle course made up of mastering physics, metadata tagging, and distribution logistics. Just to master a mix, an artist has to abandon their creative headspace and switch to a clinical, mathematical mindset, navigating a maze of heavy plugins and endless frequency tweaks. This fragmented final phase actively drains the emotion right out of the art. Independent creators are forced to either compromise their unique sound with generic presets or pay exorbitant hourly rates to professional studio engineers. RAIN V6 collapses that entire technical hurdle into a single automated workflow that runs straight from a web browser. To pull this off without melting your computer's processor, the platform relies on a local-first WebAssembly, or WASM architecture. Legacy services force you to upload massive files to cloud servers. RAIN compiles a native digital signal processing engine directly into your browser, enabling real-time, zero-latency playback. This 64-bit local loop mathematically eliminates the noise floors and timing jitters of lower-resolution software. Because the render engine executes locally, your unreleased audio never actually leaves your device. This guarantees absolute data privacy, protecting your intellectual property from third-party cloud interception. Once the file is secure locally, the audio must be prepared for distribution. The primary objective is pushing the track to a commercial streaming loudness so it can compete directly on platforms like Spotify or Apple Music. Traditional mastering tools attempt this using a stereo bus limiter, which applies a single blanket of compression over the entire flattened mix. When heavy, low-frequency elements like a kick drum or sub-bass hit that limiter, they trigger global gain reduction. The bass essentially swallows the delicate, high-frequency transients of the lead vocals. This physical limitation traps artists in a zero-sum game. If you want competitive volume, you have to sacrifice the emotional clarity of the performance for sheer amplitude. To bypass this constraint, RAIN completely abandons the flattened mix approach, deploying a highly advanced 12-stem source separation architecture. This table outlines how the BS rowformer neural network mathematically deconstructs the audio file. Over 4 passes, it isolates specific instrumental and vocal layers before any limiting is applied. Moving to the SAIL version 2 specifications, we see the platform's proprietary solution, stem-aware intelligent limiting. By isolating the lead vocal stem, SAIL version 2 can mathematically exempt it from the aggressive compression applied to the dense, transient heavy drum and bass tracks. An independent track can now hit maximum commercial streaming loudness while retaining a completely transparent dynamic vocal. The volume goes up, but the emotional core remains intact. Artists control all of this complex digital signal processing using simple natural language commands. You type what you want to feel, and the AI translates that emotion directly into sound. This documentation of the Claude 4.6 intent engine shows exactly how this works. It maps emotional presets, like euphoric or melancholic, directly to bounded digital signal processing parameters. Will relying on AI homogenize your sound? To prevent this, RAIN uses an artist identity engine. The specifications detail a 64-dimensional fingerprint unique to your account. Using an adaptive update formula, the engine continuously tracks your preferences across multiple sessions. The AI matures alongside you to protect your specific sound, guaranteeing catalog continuity across all your future releases. Switching to a competitor would mean abandoning an AI that already knows exactly how you want to sound. Once the track sounds perfect, it has to survive the legal reality of the modern internet. In an era of rampant generative AI scraping and unauthorized deepfakes, proving human ownership is critical. RAIN secures the file through an automated trust intelligence sequence triggered right before distribution, weaving a rigorous 3-layer cryptographic stack directly into the audio file. First, an invisible audio seal phase watermark is embedded into the waveform. Next, a C2PA version 2.2 manifest attaches a permanent record of the file's creation. Finally, an ED25519 cryptographic signature seals the entire package. This ensures compliance with the EU AI Act and provides the technical evidence needed to defend human ownership against automated strikes or misattribution. The final step in the pipeline is completely hands-off. The system automatically packages the authenticated master using the global DDX ERN 4.3 metadata standard. It intelligently adjusts the output to meet the precise loudness targets of 27 streaming platforms, securely routing the release to all of them through the Label Grid API. For the independent artist, the entire disjointed friction of that final 10% has been reduced to a single click. RAIN V6 automates the release infrastructure for $29 a month, handling the technical plumbing so the artist can stay focused on the music. Start mastering for free today.